All right, guys, welcome in, welcome back. All kinds of stuff to get into, avalanches, everything. But I don't know if my browser's not working. Something is froze up here, so I don't even know if I'm streaming. This is weird. Let me try to reopen my browser here. Let me refresh it. Wow, it's not responding. There it goes. Doing good right now. A little hurting a little bit, but I'm good. There it is. Okay. Yeah, that was a freak out. Had all kinds of tornado warnings. I think we're done with the warnings right now as far as tornadoes. Let me take out the data. We've had a tornado damage at Stronghold, Mississippi. Arkansas, Bruno, Arkansas got hit bad. Not to mention all that stuff, man. We got cyclones going. Let's see, let me here, let's just get into some articles and we'll get started here. Yeah, no tornado warnings at this moment right now anyway. We can look at the I got another map here somewhere. What is this thing doing? Storm report, tornado, Monroe County, Mississippi, 2152. Okay. All right, I'll go back to that if I need to. Now if I can find the right browser, there we go. New Zealand declares a national emergency. Cyclone Gabriel wreaks havoc. Now this was kind of a weird because it hit on the opposite side of New Zealand than we normally see the storms. So this is only the third time in history that they've declared a national state of emergency. Widespread flooding. We got landslides, huge ocean whales forcing evacuations. People being stranded on the rooftops. So they were definitely unexpected. Let's go on over to Arizona. We had more environmental stuff. I can't remember if I went over this the other day or not. Arizona nitric acid spill shows hazardous smoke spread for miles. I mean, there's all kinds of backstory to all this stuff. Told them not to evacuate, shelter in place, and they told them to evacuate like the next day. I mean, it's just nuts, these people. Had a Texas train derailment. At least this one here, I don't think it had any kind of no fires or nothing like that. Other than it leaked 100 gallons of diesel. Is it echoing or something? Are we having audio funky problems? Should be. Everything looks like it's working. It's probably the tube. So we had a Black Hawk go down in Tennessee, or actually it crashed in Alabama. This was on maybe today. The Tennessee National Guard has identified 2 pilots were killed after a Black Hawk helicopter crash Wednesday outside of Huntsville, Alabama. And there's something when I was reading in this. Anyway, it just dropped down for some reason. They were coming in for a landing and it dropped down. Hit the ground and got them both. New Zealand got rocked by a 6.1 earthquake. So not only are they getting hit with a cyclone, they're getting hit with some quakes. So right in the middle. Heat wave conditions scorch southern eastern Australia, bringing dry heat, hot nights, soaring temperatures. See, they're getting ready to go into the burn the zone areas. It won't be long. Our west coast will be doing the same thing. The burn zones. Yeah, there's so much stuff going on, man. You can't even keep up with all this stuff. U.S. bracing for an outbreak of Arctic air next week. We already know all that stuff. And then, where am I at here? Some more stuff. Here's more, the land's moving in New Zealand. People are still being evacuated from their homes in Faya. I don't know how to pronounce that. So that cyclone's also causing all kinds of landslides. Let's see if I could, yeah, a huge slip more than 50 meters high sits above the flooded batches. The beachfront. So they're getting hammered. We got a big old category 4 headed right for Madagascar, man. The track reminds me of Hurricane Florence. It just went straight across for thousands of miles. Then we also got avalanches in Tajikistan. Central Asian nation government said on Thursday death toll over the 2 days of 20, forcing hundreds of families to leave their homes. Remember all the stuff they were feeding the skies with? 30,000 residents stay at home. Anyway, they're getting blasted by the weather crimes. Canadian milk producers dump tons of fresh milk as demand slump. You know, don't they have ways to store the milk, turn it into cheese or something? Many sectors of the economy worldwide are experiencing harsh ramifications for the... I'm not even going to say that. The demand of fresh milk has now dropped significantly due to the simple fact that consumers have turned to stocking up on powdered milk. I don't know about that. They're making it up. They're dumping it because there's a war on the food. All lies. Coming out of the news again, they've been releasing this for years now. Now they want to release the plant's wastewater for Fukushima. They've already released, you know, thousands of them trash bags filled with this stuff. We got 100,000 liters contaminated water daily. Is a combination of groundwater, rainwater that seeps into the area, and water used for cooling. More than 1.32 million tons of treated water is being stored at the site as of February, 96% of the storage capacity. They're just going to start dumping it in the ocean just like they did last year. Killing the ocean off 1/3 of the oceans. Like we're seeing everything play out. Circular Head Council gives green light to Robbins Island Wind Farm. This is in Tasmania. And there's something I read down at the bottom. What was that? Oh. they were going to release it on the condition that they shut them down when these birds are migrating. I mean, they're going, this is like a cult, man. It is a cult. So they're digging tunnels out in Australia. Snowy 2.0 tunnel boring machine grinds to a halt appears on the surface. One of 3 tunnel boring machines working on Australia's biggest renewable energy project got stuck. The incident caused a hole to appear above the machine, measuring approximately 10 meters across, 4 meters deep. You know, these are all, you know, underground stuff. It's more than just what they're saying. I'm trying to find out. I read somewhere how long it was. I'm trying to find that without reading through the whole damn thing. I already read it earlier, but I can't remember it all. All right, so it was supposed to drill 15 kilometers through the mountains. Travels about 30 to 50 meters a day. So, I mean, just that's pretty, there's no telling what's going on underground. We hear all these loud booms and ground shakings. Remember the ant people. You know, no telling what's going on down in them holes. We got wind turbines taller than the Statue of Liberty are falling over. Man, I can't talk very good tonight. Not really, Mad Jeeper. Oh, man, get up there. Oh, man, I can't open the article up. All right, mess with them. Some of these I probably won't even go over. So we had an asteroid hits Europe. While the U.S. was celebrating the Super Bowl and doing their rituals, early Monday morning, a bright flash streaked across the sky over Western Europe. An asteroid discovered just hours earlier made its impact with the atmosphere. Asteroid dubbed Star 2667 wasn't detected till February 12th by a guy with like a 2-foot telescope. Man, that's a big telescope. Looks like he's got 4 different views of it. See, that's what I say. It's the backyard astronomers that are going to see what's really coming at us. Oh, yeah, we had another train derail in Michigan with hazardous stuff. Yeah, they're everywhere. There's been like 1,000 of them this year. We've had like 1,000 train derailments just this year. We had a meteorite found in Somalia. It turns out to contain 2 minerals not found on Earth. But they only took just a little sample of it. Now they're going to sell it off to China. The Il Ally meteorite has reportedly been moved to China in search for a potential buyer. If it's sold, the buyer may further sample the rock. Like China's getting everything. They're even getting the meteors. And then you got the mainstream media going nuts, calling everything UFOs now and all that crap. Now even when the Starlink satellites coming out, they're popping off news. Did you see the strange lights? Just all the alien card. In fact, I'm not going to really get into them. Let's check out this Cyclone here if I can find it. So this thing is going a long ways, man. Talking hundreds, thousands of miles. In fact, I couldn't measure it. But look how long this thing's staying a Category 4 and then turning into a Category 3, blasting into Madagascar. This thing shouldn't even have went. No, it should have just dropped down south and died out. It looks like they're guiding it perfectly on the line there. Could be a target practice. Let's take a look at the IR on this thing. Man, I'm gonna have to go back and download something. That thing is perfectly shaped. Let's go check the mimic out, man. Let's see what the heck's going on with this thing. Let me do the last 48 hours. Man, how long has this thing been around? I need to go back earlier than that. Look how perfectly that thing is not doing any kind of eye wall replacements. It's like they're just driving down a line. That's pretty crazy. I've never seen such a smooth cyclone. That is nuts. Let me go back. I got to go back to where this thing started. Something's going on with this thing. If it'll let me. Well, if it'll let me go back. It's not letting me go back. I'm going to have to close it, restart it. Cyclone Freddy. Man, why is it not loading now? It don't want me to show you guys. Man, that thing was supposed to die out way back here. Now let me see how far I can go back. There we go. 210. 210 to, actually it's even before that. So this thing started way, hang on here, let me look at something. Let me look at something here. Get this on the winds. Man, that thing is a monster. Let me back that up. There's no way that thing can travel perfectly straight that far. I'm going to take this way back to it begins. Then we're going to watch the mimic and see if we can see any kind of weird stuff going on. Look at that. We had two of them going. I can't remember what that storm, what's that went the wrong way. Can't remember what the name of that one was. See, that one ain't going straight. So these things should take basically the same tracks, pretty close to it. Man, that thing was powerful back then, too. This thing is some kind of insane storm. So I'm all the way back to 210. It's right there by the Australian antenna array, directly north of it. Man, this thing started way back. I should have been paying more attention to the storm. Who would have thought it was going to do this? Well, there's Australia right here. The tip of that. Oh, dang it. Go to Google Earth real quick so I can show you what's there. In fact, I could have downloaded the file. I'll download that file, the track. See if we can get this thing to load. Something definitely funky going on with this storm. Alright. Oh, wow. How did it know I was wanting to start? Or is that in Australia? That's pretty nuts. At one time, this was the biggest antenna array on the planet. Where's my little dude? Look at this giant antenna array. Right on the tip of the Australia here, and then it never hardly ever gets any weather around it. It's always clear around this thing. We can drop a person down here. Look just like a normal cell phone tower. Then you got the command center over there. Roads blocked. Alright, so that's what's there. And that'd be right here on the tip of that. Alright, so let me, I should be able to just buzz this through here. I just want to watch this thing for a second. So I'm going back, going forward in time. See that one? Man, look at it. Just blew up right there. Look at that. It went from that boom to that. Man, we're talking some crazy winds right there. $119 miles an hour just in that little spot. That's showing it going up a little and then back down a little bit. But it's still exactly on the same. It's going perfectly with that line. All right, let's get back to the other deal here. Okay. I want to go where it like exploded. Man, that's all the way back on the 8th of February. Hold on, I need to be around the 10th, I think is when it... Why is my back button not working? Oh, man. Dang, it closed it out on me. I don't know why this thing isn't working right tonight. Yeah, everything's on purpose, man. These are probably not on purpose, but the response to the things that are going on are just insane. These people have no nothing, man. They're completely incompetent. The mainstream media is, man, they have no credibility whatsoever left. See, that thing's all morphing like it's supposed to. Man, I cannot get this thing to work right. Probably on purpose. Man, that sucks. I gotta keep going through this just to try to see this thing explode if there's any kind of anomalies. So is it 211? So we'll try this one. Whoa, look at that weird morph. Let me look. What? There's the island. No, that's kind of... Wow, there's like a double. It's almost like a double cyclone thing. Alright, so that's pretty weird. And that was on the 12th. Try the 13th. Pick it up where it stopped there. And now it turns into a perfect circle around the 12th. Or actually the 13th, 14th. Yeah, so this goes all the way up to the 14th. Man, this is BS. I gotta keep doing this. Here we are on the 15th. Perfect circle. It's not doing any kind of oscillations or nothing. It's just like they have a magnifying glass aiming the beam, pushing it perfectly straight down the line, man. It's right on the line. It's not even moving from the line. And that's a lot of miles right there. That should get me into the last 48 hours. We'll check this one just to be sure. I cannot believe how straight that thing is going. That's nuts. It's like a locomotive engine. Now we can look at the last 48 hours. And here we are, perfect circle, perfect straight line, no oscillations, just a standard category 4 cyclone. Not doing anything but just perfectly spinning, running along, headed for Madagascar. Anyway, if you live in Madagascar, man, heads up. Let me go zoom in on this thing. Yeah, we'll try here. And we'll get rid of that stuff. Put it on the visible. Whatever it is, man, it's a monster. Ah, no image for that. Man, that thing is really... Look at them beams. What they're kind of like fall streak streams coming out of there. It's really powerful right there. Man, look at that. I can't pause it where it's spiking out. So right, probably about the 16 to 17 degree right there. All right, man. We'll be watching that thing. That thing looks like a definite monster headed that way. Let's make sure we don't have no new tornado warnings. Where's my watches and warnings? That's weird. They disappeared on me. Or else do it by hand. It'd be a lot quicker. Alright, still no. So we're good on tornadoes so far right now. Let's check the power outage map. Puerto Rico 5500, West Virginia 5100, Michigan 4200, Mississippi 33, Texas 32, Tennessee 1000, Kentucky almost 3000, 1100 Virginia, 1600 North Carolina, 5000 without power in West Virginia, 2189 Ohio, Pennsylvania. Not very many. 5,000 West Virginia. 1,000 there. And just kind of just panning around here. All right, well let's check out the sun weather real quick. It hit over in Europe. Solar winds are up 498.4 kilometers a second. That would be why my ears are ringing a little louder. While your body might be hurting a little more. Feel a little weird. At least it's not up in the 600s right now. So we got a 45% chance of an M-class solar flare. 10% chance of an X-flare today, coming from the sunspot AR3226, unstable Delta-class magnetic field directly facing Earth. Hey, that's what we need, a good CME to come in to stop these guys. A CME is coming yesterday, February 15th. The magnetic filament straddling the sun's equator erupted, hurled a partial halo CME towards Earth. Yeah, we're gonna get blasted. Man, that's a hit. Should arrive during the late hours of February 17th, so heads up, man, we're gonna get blasted. So if you feel really weird tomorrow, tonight, tomorrow, the next day, it's because we're gonna get creamed by this thing. First contacts expected to produce a minor G1 class geomagnetic storm, intensifying to a moderate G2 on the 18th. Auroras could spill all the way down as far as New York, Idaho. So eyes to the sky, man. You're not a very wise man if you think space is fake. You call yourself a wise man. 7 fireballs. Nothing super close. Alright guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and jump off here for the night. Armor on. Hopefully if I'm still doing good tomorrow, I'll pop on tomorrow. I may even do a morning show. I've been popping off some morning shows. We're kind of alternating between the main channel and the backup channel on YouTube part, so anyway guys, armor on, eyes to the sky. Much love out there, and we will try to catch you tomorrow. Armor on, man. The times are here right now. We're in a big fight right now.